It's the future.
Think? That's what you think? Is that what you think? Wow, did you just shit out a new year or what?
I just shit out a brand new episode of It's a Future Podcast.
Episode
71, bitches.
71. What's up, you son of a bitch?
You know how I know this?
I don't.
Because I'm not only a contributor of this podcast,
right?
I'm the curator of our archival footage and audio captures.
You're the engineer, the technician, the archivist, the participant, the co-host.
Yeah. All Matt does is provide
I'm the talent.
home.
I just fucking sit here.
He provides a set.
Yep.
And he provides good beer.
There you go.
Which is, hey, what are we drinking here?
Well, first of all, the glasses that we're drinking.
Wait. Well, first of all, my name is Steve Lanza Jr.
I'm Matt Legier.
And this is It's Future Podcast. Hey, how we doing? We're back.
Wait, let's just cheers.
Can we reach? Oh,
God. Good thing we didn't break anything. So we have to drink, by the way, after we cheers. Mm-hmm. ASMR. Beautiful.
That
delicious.
Was beautiful.
So this is Trillium beer. Obviously, there's no other. And these glasses are shout out Permanent Hangover. It's a nice company that makes really cool graphics for kind of rare beer glasses. So,
what's yours say on it?
Mine says we all feel like trash sometimes, which is perfect. It's got a little Oscar the Grouch on.
What I'll do is I'll take pictures of them later and I'll put them right here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
Do that.
Mine says Terry Durd.
Yep.
And it's a picture what looks to be like Larry Bird.
Yep.
But he's got brown hair.
For copyright reasons, I'm sure they had to change the name.
100%.
Yep.
His Celtic shirt says Pounders.
No, yeah.
He's got a tattoo that says I love beers, basically. It's beautiful. Like a heart with beers.
It's a beautiful thing.
And then on the back of it, it's a little playing card. And it says Permanent Pounders, Terry Durd, born 10/7/52, height 6'7", weight 265, College Sybil Institute.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Sybil, maybe? I don't know.
Sybil? We got a chug speed of 16 ounces of 2.1 seconds.
Wow.
That's a chug.
That's quick.
Festival appearances, 11.
Unbelievable. That's
more than me.
More than you, I was going to say, yeah.
Beers ticked, which I'm guessing is drank.
Yep. Ticked off, yeah.
8,000.
Unbelievable.
752 beers.
That's like a Friday night for you, right?
Beer share endurance, 5.5 hours. Mm-hmm. What's that? What's a beer share?
So beer shares are when you go to somebody's house and you bring, like, you see the bottles behind. Well, you can't really see the bottles behind you, but those are like rare bottles.
Yeah.
So like you'll bring like 3 or 4 bottles, and you'll all be excited to like share what beer you have.
All right. How about cellar depth?
So like Mike Cellar's beers. So like that's my cellar of like 20-something beers. You know,
the Grand Champagne. You mean
the Grand Champagne? Yeah. Shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So his cellar depth is 73.
Yeah, I think Mike probably had that at one point, but in the move that he made recently, he had to like, you mean
the Grand Champagne?
Yeah. The Grand Champagne moved and had to.
Would he move like out of Vermont?
No, God, no. Come on, dude. He's farmer. He's farmer Grand Champagne. Dude.
Farmer
He's got a barn now. He's got a fucking tractor.
Wow.
He went full VT farmer. It's impressive. It really is.
Breweries visited 168.
Ooh, are those fires on the screen real quick? Sorry, 1 second.
They definitely are.
Is that
100%?
Where is it over?
Well, they said
that's over India right now.
It said it's off. Remember?
No, now it went back. It says live now in the corner.
We're watching the current position of the International Space Station.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And
dope.
It looks like India is on fire.
Yeah, so that sucks.
I mean, maybe not though. Maybe they're trying to burn some brushes.
Well, they burn their dead, so I do know that
they sure do, huh?
Yeah, I saw that when I was in Nepal. It was intense. But anyway, sorry, go ahead. I interrupted.
Bars banned from 9.
Ooh.
I definitely have more than that. For
sure. You've got at least 12
and a very interesting last statistic, samurai swords, 6.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very entertaining glass.
It's a pretty neat stat section, I'd say.
You need definitely, I mean, so we're obviously filming in an undisclosed location. Is that how you say it?
Undisclosed.
But can't you say in?
No, you can't say indisclosed.
Why not?
It's undisclosed.
But doesn't it sound right?
It sounds way wrong to say
indisclosed.
Yeah, I can barely say it. Undisclosed.
Undisclosed location in New England. We'll just say we'll narrow it down to that.
I mean, we're in Boston.
Oh, we're gonna go that close?
Why wouldn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear the birds chirping. Clearly, we're somewhere in Boston.
Can you hear them? Yeah, you can.
Ooh. And the lilac bush out there is just beautiful.
And you know, when
it's a beautiful 70-degree day, by the way.
When the shutdown when happened last year.
Right. Are you still wearing the cans? Do I need to wear cans? Why are you wearing cans?
What do you mean?
You're wearing cans.
Glasses?
No, fucking earphones, headphones.
Here's the thing.
They're called cans.
This is a relatively new setup, right? And I only have the technology for one person to listen to make sure that this is recording correctly. And that's going to be me.
I didn't know that you were keeping them on and looking like an absolute dweebus. That's all I was remarking.
No, I just want people to think like, wow, Steve looks like he's in charge. He's got the fucking cans.
All right, that's fine. You can play that role.
And what I was saying was, okay, when the Pandy Wandy happened last year, we kind of shut things down because, we'd like to do this podcast in person.
Well, we did a number of Zoom shows. We even had, Chrissy Therez's dad, Chrissy Jachara's dad, excuse me, that was fucking terrible of me. Sal on. And so, yeah, we had a number of guests. Nick Bridle.
We had my cousin who was a teacher. Yep. That was wonderful.
Yep, for sure.
Shout out to the Casson family.
Yep.
And then, that got old for a little bit.
Yep.
For me anyway. I was like, all right, just zoom in.
It's another Zoom amongst others. Like, I Zoom for meetings, and stuff for work. And it
was cool for a little bit, but it got a little...
The mystique wore off.
And then we were kind of waiting it out. We wanted to do video. Or I wanted to do video podcast. Yep. Matt just found out today that this was going to be a video podcast, and he looked a little concerned.
Well, it's clearly I kind of felt like it might be because I'm dressed up more than you are.
You are very dressed up.
Yeah.
By the end of this podcast, I want you to be dressed down.
Nope, not.
We're going to dress you down.
Nope, never.
So here we are. This is May of 21. And crazy. We're back at it, and we want to do video podcasts from now on.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
But with this podcast, like when we started in 2016, there's no goal.
Nope.
We're not trying to have a Patreon. We're not trying to this is something fun that we do together.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's it's something that you've been able to turn kind of on its head as far as like a passion that you're creating with video editing and stuff like that. It kind of parallels your passion.
Yeah.
So it's kind of yes, it's a hobby, but it also allows you to kind of test your skills out. With some of the stuff you do, you put a lot of work editing the stuff. So
yeah, it gives me something to work on too.
And it's therapy for me because I get to talk to you and be
and an actual
stupid
human being.
Right. I mean, especially now more than ever, it's important for me because I've just been pacing around my living room, sitting in different, on the couch, in that recliner, in this recliner, just kind of talking to myself.
Yeah.
So it's been, it's been a doozy, and it's going to be important.
Speaking of talking to yourself, did you do that before the pandemic? Because I know I typically talk to myself when I'm in the car.
Here's the thing.
And when I'm
I talk to myself, it's in my head. I talk to myself in my head. I don't verbalize.
You never verbalize it.
Only if I'm laughing and I repeat what was said that was funny.
In your own head.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll get asked questions by my own brain while I'm sitting on the toilet, and I'll answer verbally.
Only when you're sitting on the toilet?
No, sometimes in the car.
Okay.
Like I'll be going over the issue in my head, and I'll answer out loud.
Wow.
It's so wild.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be in full conversations with myself,
if I were to watch you in a car, let's say you were parked or something.
Yeah.
I would see you mouthing the answer.
There's a chance.
Wow.
And
that's
usually,
pretty wild.
some people look over is he singing a song? No, he's talking.
No,
But
he's answering himself is what he's doing.
But people could be like, he must be on the phone with someone because hands free.
Right. Right.
But I immediately catch eyes with them and I go, they know. They know.
They see me.
Yeah.
They see me being schizo. That's fine though,
But let's get an update on where we are, because people haven't heard from us or seen us in a while.
Yeah. Listen, I've been full time so I went part time for a couple months, and then
in your job
in my venture, and then went back to full time. Been full time ever since, and really, honestly, just been more busy now than ever before because we're doing things in the future, and I've just been honestly just packing on pandemic pounds. This is the first beer that I've had in 24 days. I took kind of like a health kick. I've been taking vitamins and supplements, and you hear about what you're supposed to take, vitamin D and magnesium, all this other stuff. So I've just been eating better. I've been intermittent fasting from like 3:30 to 9 a.m. I've consistently done that for about 12 days now, and I haven't felt better in so long.
What about the things that we've been talking about that you've been into big time over the pandemic? You, my friend, have become a crypto-maniac.
Oh, dude. Let me tell you something, man. I'll tell you what, August 3rd, 2020 was when I started this adventure of crypto.
Yeah.
Do I wish I would have started in 2018? Absolutely. My old roommate, Dan Higgins, we would always talk about crypto like we were going to do something about it, but never did.
Yeah.
He was into stocks back then, and I dabbled a little bit, but it never really... I don't know, the growth was kind of minuscule, and I never really, got into it. But when I started putting money into like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Stellar and Algorand and Bitcoin Cash, looking at the different trends and, getting in kind of, early, especially on something like Ethereum, the growth is just exponential. We're talking 1,000%, 3,000% growth from August 3rd until now.
Yeah, my friend Jesse was just I was just hanging out with him in Buffalo, and he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, man, I just started to invest in what he was investing was Shiba."
It just tanked, by the way.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Like hard? How
hard?
Hard?
Like really, really hard. Yeah.
Like really? How hard?
Like.
Oh my God! I need to text him.
Really bad.
Before it tanked, he showed me his balance. And he had invested $200 2 months ago.
Right.
And he showed me his balance, and it was that his $200 had grown to $24,000.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that doesn't.
So
sound
then,
right.
Listen to this.
He probably had other investments that he didn't tell you about.
And it was weird because Shiba was one of these ones where. And I can't really wrap my head around crypto, but you have to transfer it to something to make it.
You have to use Ether to buy it.
Yes. Okay. Ether to me is like a drug from what's that movie with Johnny Depp? Las Vegas. You know it. Yeah, you know it. He knows it.
Blow?
No, the movie with
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, what's that one?
Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. They huff ether. So I was like, when people start talking about ether being something that you need to get money, I'm like, that blows my mind. But anywho, 24,000. So now we go to bed because we have we were doing this whole thing out in Buffalo. I was doing a whole, I was shooting a mini documentary for this band called Loaded and Gorgeous, which is coming out in a week.
It went down by half of what it went all the way up to.
So, ready for this? He was at 24,000. We go to bed. He comes down to where I'm sleeping, and I hear those footsteps come down because I'm in the basement where the band practices. That's where I was sleeping. And he looks at me like someone died.
Yep.
And all he does is shows me his phone, and $24,000 is now $49,000.
You know what he better have done immediately?
What?
He better have sold.
So,
because if he didn't, then he's back down to below where he was the first time.
So
with 21.
He was pulling some money out of it, and then still letting it grow, pulling money out, letting it grow. So the last time I talked to him, it was at his balance was at $140,000.
From what though? Just
from the growth of it, yeah.
That doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
And then I was like, man, you better. I mean, when do you pull out? He's like, I mean, it could go up to $1 million.
No,
but
dude,
now you're saying it tanked,
dude. You need to.
I'm gonna have to get You know what? Hold on, let me text him.
You have to. When something shoots up so quick like that, you really do the smart. If you're. And this is the thing that millennials, and I'm not saying that he's a millennial, but millennials that are getting into crypto and stuff like that. they have never played the stock market and, and day traded and sold and bought and stuff like that. So they don't know the kind of the pattern of what, stocks or coins like this do. They gain traction very quickly. And then oftentimes through speculation or large sell-offs, they go down, so it would have behooved him to sell at that highest level that he got and just, go back down to the 20K maybe that, leave that much in there and take the cream off the top.
That's what he was doing. He was taking like 12K out. Like he took some money out.
Sure. But I'm saying when he was at the highest, he should have taken a majority of that and just left,
I don't know. I'm going to find out what his situation is, but it was like he had struck gold. It was wild. Yeah,
it's in cases like that are very few and far between when it comes to what are called alt coins.
Yes.
There are the big players like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is, number 2 in the market cap and stuff like that. But we're talking about, I saw a chart the other day that Bitcoin and Ethereum are now, right, in 2021, have a market cap that's greater than any bank in existence. So they literally their capacity for valuation is higher than any bank in the world. So does that, to all the naysayers, doesn't that tell you that this is something that actually is sticking around and not just going to be
naysayer?
Well, of course you are, because you haven't done, the research to
I don't trust it.
But see, that's your mistake, and you're going to continue to make that until you read stuff and, and start to understand like why decentralized currency is a good thing and is the next thing. Think about it like this. You put your money in the bank, right?
Yeah.
How much interest do you see on your bank account when you check your savings account?
I don't, because I've sunk all my money into this wedding that's happening in the fall.
It's 6 cents. I got 6 cents off of, a certain sum of money that's not a small amount, but not like, crazy large. And that is so depressing. So what I'm saying is crypto, I've been investing in those ones that I aforementioned, and I have a portfolio of 13K. So, which is crazy because I've never had that much money like in my life. Like
off topic. How dope was that twist ending at the end of the movie 6 Cents?
Where did that come from?
I just thought when you said 6 cents, all I could think of.
I didn't say 6 cents.
You did. You said 6 cents.
6 cents.
Yeah, but then I thought, how dope. This is how my brain works
Not
with you.
6
Because when you
cents.
start to talk like you're smart and you say things like, and therefore hence,
Steven,
I go bloop, and I go, how dope was that ending of the movie 6 cents?
I said aforementioned, and you checked out it was like a fucking, like it was like Latin
Dude,
to you.
I checked out so hard.
It's unbelievable.
What I just did to myself was like, Matt thinks he's like a professor of crypto.
I'm just very good at speaking, and you check out when people talk.
You talk like you're in a courtroom.
I said aforementioned.
Who says things like that?
Knowledgeable people with a extensive vocabulary. I don't know how you can't see that.
No way.
You sit here and go goo goo gaga poo poo cucka, and I'm sitting here saying aforementioned, and your balls are blown off by that statement.
My balls! I have to go find them.
That's crazy, dude. You're playing marble with that girl outside that was talking on the phone was playing marbles with him right now.
Just a side note,
it's unbelievable.
When I showed up here, there was a female woman. I'm going to guess
female woman?
Very...
I think her pronouns were she and her.
Her pronoun was something because she was probably in her early 20s because she looked very immature.
Yep.
She was on the property.
On my property.
Talking on a phone, and it didn't look like a good conversation. It looked like she was like angry about something.
There was a breakup.
But there was she was pacing back and forth. Mm-hmm. Listen, people, if you learn anything from this whole podcast journey of ours, know this. If you're having an argument with someone on the phone, don't walk into someone's property.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's like one of those like automatic things while you're talking and not thinking about, like where you're just walking. But don't go onto someone's property,
because
please.
You know what? She's lucky because she came onto this
property. Dude, I could have been armed.
You could have confronted her.
Yeah.
And you know what? She looked like a woman scorn.
Yep.
Who you probably don't want to confront.
She could have Karen'd out.
However, you could walk onto someone's property and like the scornness level doesn't matter.
Right.
You're intruding.
Yep. That's it.
By the
way, I'm not a weakling like you. I don't actually need these glasses. These are blue glasses. They're like the blue light glasses.
Good. So you're a weakling.
I just realized that I'm not as weak as you are.
You're a weakling when you're looking at a computer screen, is that what you're saying?
Wow. I believe that they're just to filter out the harmful blue light.
I would like to wear some earmuffs that will filter out your fucking
I don't think they exist. I think you're looking for something that dumbs down the words that come from people's mouths.
So talking about updating like getting a check on us.
What?
Since
today, Junior.
Since the start of the Pandy Wandy.
Right.
Matthew.
What?
I am now 100% a F1 Formula One racing fan.
And Steven, that's one of the things that I hate about you. You tried to get me to watch that stupid Formula One Netflix thing.
So good.
And you try to, talk up a game about that. You couldn't get into a cultural, iconic sporting event like football. But you're into Ferrari, and that is utterly embarrassing. And it's even more embarrassing is you have a flag of them.
I bought this online.
That is what is so terrifying. And I can't put it up in
my house. But you know where this would look great? In your goddamn kitchen.
Absolutely not.
Awesome.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to put it up there after this.
That's absolutely disgusting.
Look at this.
Ferrari is... That whole F1 car stuff, man, get it out of here.
It's so dope.
Just get it out of here, dude.
You know what sold me on it? So Tom Segura was talking about how he watched it and it was like riveting. I was like, okay. And usually when Tom talks about stuff on his podcast,
yeah, Tom did it. Why don't you do it?
I was like, oh, that's probably pretty good. I'll put it on. But I had very low expectations. The first episode. Oh man.
Wow, hashtag yawn. We're like 20 minutes in and you're just fucking...
That's good for me.
You're starving for oxygen.
That's good for me, 20 minutes in.
Your brain is starving for oxygen.
I was spellbound by this show. It's like a documentary series, which I already love those, but the drivers, the guys that run the crews talk so much shit to each other that it's just, you have to be like... it's just...
What kind of shit? Like, you didn't tighten that bolt as good as I did?
No, listen to this. This is the one that really got me. Again, I'm trying to learn all their names, but one driver goes up to another driver while he's being interviewed by some kind of news outlet.
Right.
Okay. And they're all you're all pretty much foreign. Like some of them from Spain, some of them from different countries. But these two in particular drivers used to be on the same team, and now they're not.
Okay.
And the driver walking up looks at the driver sitting down and goes, "Oh, look." And they speak in English for some reason, but he goes, "Oh, look, this is the look at here, the worst partner that you could really have in F1." And the other guy looks at him while he's being interviewed by a news outlet and goes, "Oh yeah, bud, how about you suck my balls?" And it was really fun. And then he just kept talking to the interviewer, and the interviewer was like, "Wow, that just happened."
It is kind of funny that that was the first slam.
Wow.
Like the first slam that the guy had was like so just underdeveloped.
Yeah,
he didn't really have anything behind it, and the other guy just throws out a suck my balls.
Now, what's really fascinating about F1, which really got me even more dug into this shit, is that there's only 10 teams in Formula One. That's the top of the...
And what year did this start, by the way?
The 50s or 60s or some shit.
Weird. Okay, yeah. All right. No, I thought football was 1890. Okay, no, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about
you want to talk about steeped in history? Yeah, go ahead.
Dude.
No, go ahead.
Anyway.
Please continue.
Anyway. God, fucking not using your hands.
So terrible.
These guys have to use their hands, their feet, and their arms. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, dude. Cry me a river, dude.
10 teams.
Why don't you take a left forever, dude? How about that?
There's 10 teams. There's 2 drivers per team. Every driver is racing against each other. However, the drivers of...
Yeah, it's like cycling, dude. You have teammates.
Yeah, you have teammates. However, in this sport, your teammate is your worst enemy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He is. He's your worst enemy. Because what ends up happening sometimes is if, like, say for instance, Mercedes, they're killing it right now. They've been killing it for like the last 4 years. Say for instance, the number 2 driver for Mercedes, his last name is Bottas.
Yeah, you know that.
Say he's leading the race, the whole race. But then Lewis Hamilton is coming up behind him in second place. Now, Lewis Hamilton is basically like the Michael Jordan of F1 racing.
Isn't he the only black dude in F1?
Yeah, and he's sick. However, because he has so many wins...
Did you use the Michael Jordan comparison because he was black?
No, because he's the best.
Oh, okay. All right.
I could have said Tiger Woods.
He's black.
I could have said...
That's awesome.
I could have said.
Find a white guy. Find a white guy. Find a white guy.
I could have said like.
Find a whitey.
Let's think about.
Find a whitey. Find one.
Who's the only black guy in hockey?
PK Subban.
PK Subban. Could have said that. Anyway, Lewis Hamilton is. God.
I'm triggered. I just want to let you know that was a microaggression against me.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Go ahead.
Anyway. Lewis Hamilton's coming up behind him, and they legit will tell him on the radio, hey, Bottas, chill. Let Hamilton go past and win because he's going for like a record.
You know what that reminds me of is Talladega Nights.
Yes, it's 100% Talladega Nights. It's so good.
He's like, you always win. How about letting me win?
How about I win one time?
Yeah,
he's like, no.
Absolutely not.
What? No,
he just like laughs at him like in his face. He's like, oh, that was a good one.
Either you're first or you're last.
Yep. If you're not first, you're last.
Listen, that's what it is in Formula One racing.
Either you're first or you're last.
You know what? Actually, one of the first episodes, Red Bull, which is one of the teams.
Oh, is that a drink or something?
It is a beverage.
Gotcha.
Now, some of the teams are like Mercedes makes their own engines. They're a car company. But then Red Bull doesn't make fucking engines, right?
Right.
So they have to buy their engines from another. But they buy it from another team that is in Formula One. So at the time, this was in 2018, Red Bull was...
How does it happen like that?
I can see it happening. I just accentuated it.
I think that might be a disease.
No.
There might be like a yawning disease.
No, I don't think so.
There could be.
Anyway, just real quick. Red Bull was buying their engine from a company called Renault, which is a French company. They're also a team.
Renault.
Okay, listen to this.
Renault.
Red Bull starts getting pissed off because their engines aren't doing well. And then they decide to leave Renault and go to Honda, which is a huge like money loss for Renault. Mm-hmm. And they're watching this thing happen. Like they're going in the documentary. You see the tension that there's like press conferences and shit's getting weird. Mm-hmm. And then once they did that, Renault ended up taking one of Red Bull's drivers.
Wow, drama.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
And it was so good because Renault's French and they're like, they were just very French about it.
Like the French driver from Talladega Nights.
Oh, 100%.
Like the Perrier water guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's surprising, but I'm still not interested. So thank you for selling it to everybody, but I will be abstaining.
And throughout the documentary, I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to be into this, I have to pick a team. And stick to that team.
Steve picked Sheffield United, which were actually good in 2020, and then he picked them in 2021 or for this year's season. I just keep moving this thing. Actually, hang on.
Very good.
So for this year, Sheffield United, dude. They only got 17 points the entire year.
Yeah, they suck.
They're the last team. They're getting relegated into the championship league.
Go Blades. Bye Blades.
Go Blades. Maybe, you know what you should do? Maybe look at the 3 teams that are coming up and see if you want to pick one of them.
No, I don't. Once I got burned by Sheffield United, I'll never go back to.
It's just because you decided not to do the research on top 6 clubs and not pick one of them.
Also, well, I went by I said, what's a good team? And you said Sheffield United. So I was like,
definitely didn't say that. You chose it because it said Blades.
Anyway.
You like Blades.
Anywho.
That's 100% what happened. We have tape somewhere from the Perfect Panenka podcast that never jumped off.
I did my research for the F1, which it's only on Sundays, which is incredible. It's like very easy to watch. It's very quick. It's like an hour and a half race. Lots of drama, lots of shit going down. You really watch it for like the excitement of your team winning, but also the crashes are pretty wild. So
you're telling me you don't watch it for the crashes? You definitely watch it just for the.
It's just there's weird.
Oh my God! Hashtag Jan. It's fucking
I broke the
crazy.
seal. I broke the seal.
That's so crazy.
Are you gonna put on soccer now? Is that what you're doing?
No, I was gonna see if the F1 thing is on this one.
Oh, please God, let it be.
I don't think it
what's
is.
Today,
I think it's
Friday?
It's not going to be on. But
I don't think they have a race this weekend.
It's on the app that I have in my room. So I told you I bought 2 of these. So
my team though is Ferrari.
Good talk.
And they have this driver named Charles Leclerc or whatever. I can't ever pronounce his last name. Yeah, Leclerc. He is the most handsome person I've ever seen.
So you're watching grown men.
Yeah.
He's
young too. He's like 23.
For how handsome they are, but also how fast they drive.
Man, I can't understand. I can't tell you how crazy it is that these dudes, all of them, are handsome as F.
Why are you censoring yourself?
I don't know. I just did.
All right, that's fair enough.
They're handsome gentlemen, all of them.
Well, that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like.
So they're good to look at. They got a Ferrari's all red car.
Yeah.
And it's competitive. It's fun. It's good. It's good fun. And it pisses you off that I like it and I don't like soccer.
It doesn't take up any real estate in my head.
Oh, dude.
So I don't know why.
I live rent free in your head.
No,
yes,
no.
I do.
You're paying taxes. You're paying property, income, luxury, all kinds of taxes in my head,
Not
sir.
a God red cent.
No. God red cent.
Yeah, God willing red cent.
We should just come up with our own cliches from now on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why not?
That's fantabulous.
Shit. You know what I'd like to do
what?
At this point? Because it's, it's like kind of like an event here that we're having this podcast today.
Right.
Is we should go right into a, what we call phone libs.
Let's do some phone libs. I'm down.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All in.
Phone libs?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's hop in.
Let's hop into it.
There should be like a jingle like. Dun, dun,
There
dun,
is.
dun,
I made
dun,
one.
dun.
I made a phone. I
don't
one.
think you did.
I did. You just don't watch our goddamn podcast.
No, you didn't.
stupid
You never
asshole.
did. You never made it.
I definitely made it.
Should I call the first one and see if he's there, or the second one that's for
ready?
Sure there. Okay.
I'm gonna throw this on this rug. Is that okay?
Dude, I fucking hate you, dude. Touch my Turkish marriage rug again and see what happens.
Say that 4 times slow.
Turkish marriage rug. It's slow. 4 times slow. I have to say it slow.
You have to because you can't say it.
Because then I end up saying like rhubarb pie or something like that.
I love some fucking rhubarb pie.
You know what I got actually the other day is some Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. They actually sell them on Amazon Fresh. They're small little cheesecakes. They're
good,
delicious. Right? Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
He who shall not be named. How are you doing today?
Swell.
That's a good answer.
How you kids doing?
I'll tell you what. We've been arguing for about a half hour, so it's fine. I mean, so far we're doing all right.
Per usual.
Is it that point in the relationship?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you're done with that honeymoon period.
Dude, all we have left is makeup sex. That's all we have left.
We just have hateful makeup sex. That's all we do.
It seems like that's just the natural course.
Listen, I brought him a flag from my favorite F1 team, and he scoffed at it.
Dude, this kid watches F1 saying that it's better than watching football, like European football.
Better. It's way better.
And it just makes me blush with embarrassment.
It is, and
oh my God.
Dollars wise, probably the entirety of the world would agree with you. If
yes.
we just think of it from purely an economic standpoint.
Are you talking about me or him? Who wins?
Oh, F1 definitely wins.
Dude, you can suck. Dude, suck my hog, dude. Do you know how many billions that these teams are valued in? These are
one country.
This is like Arab oil money, like that Man City is.
Bro,
is
they
from.
have F1 in Saudi Arabia, dude. What are you talking about?
Dude, what are you talking about? You named one black dude, Laird Hamilton or whatever.
Lewis Hamilton. Jesus Christ.
Laird Hamilton, apparently the big wave surfer of also masquerades as an African American.
He does.
He does look like a surfer.
He does blackface in his free time, and he rides around in friggin' go-karts, dude.
Racist.
It's ridiculous.
All right.
Yeah, it's that mushroom chaga coffee that allows you to. you just got to get your lines made.
Dude, he loves that stuff. You know he's married to Gabby Reese, right?
Yeah.
Who is?
And they do
Laird Hamilton.
They do crazy pool workouts and all sorts of shit. Same shit.
Yeah.
But no joke though, F1 it's similar to domestically the space program in the sense that people don't realize what sort of safety, evolution, and advancement and
it's incredible
how many human lives F1 saves, because anyone can go on Netflix now and grab the documentaries. There's so many of them, and there's lots of fictional sort of historical mapping of this, but it was super dangerous, always has been, but they figured out, oh, well, now that we're evolved as humans, air quotes, we probably shouldn't kill people intentionally and then do it for sport. And as a result of that, you have all these safety measures, but they exist in our cars today. And it's interesting.
You know what
even tire compounds and all sorts of other features.
You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm remembering now that you're speaking to me, and it's touching on vehicles and stuff like that. I just now remembered why, or now know why you're on Steve's side, because you used to race motorcycles. So now it makes all the sense in the world. Dude, did you know that He Shall Not Be Named used to ride like the type of motorcycle where you touch the ground with your leg?
Listen.
You have like pads on your legs. How fast would you go? He shall who not be named.
What is, wait.
Honestly, I never ran a speedometer because that wasn't what it was about. And
but like 200 miles an hour, right?
If you're only dragging your knee, you're probably slow. Because when I got good, I was dragging my elbow.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
What's the what are the letters for?
That's impressive because the MotoGP, which is the F1 equivalent of bike riding, like they're dragging their shoulders now. Their lean ankles are
that's
insane.
So sketch.
This all goes back to safety, though. They can do that because they have electronics and they have controls, and that all translates to your cars, and you're safer on the roads.
Yeah.
Because all of that tech that allows you to go absolutely as fast as possible when you're on the track is the same stuff that keeps you safe and alive when you're on the road.
Yeah.
Even though we're all morons that need to be saved from ourselves because we're smoking pot or on our cell phones.
No one's doing that anymore. No one does that.
No one does that. No one does that.
It's like, no one does that. Who would do that? But the honest reality is that far too many people do that, and that wasn't even conceived of when we had things like seatbelts. And so it's an interesting balance to sit home on a Sunday and watch an F1 race because you're really being saved by what they're
Listen,
doing.
what technological advancement has football made for the world that...
Oh my God,
I mean,
CTE studies? Are you kidding me?
Give me a break, dude.
Get out of here, dude. Every time they head the ball, they're doing a little bit
they should all wear helmets then. How about that? They should wear helmets because they can't even use their hands because they're a bunch of fairies, okay? All
right.
Let's continue.
I'll tell you what. Anyway, let's move right on to phone libs, which is why we originally called you, not to have a fucking
thank you for that
period argument.
Thank you for
Steve's
that
on
insight.
His period today. He's been angry for a majority of the day before he even got to me, so this is why he's projecting.
If you were a good partner, you'd have his cycle.
He's projecting on me today, so it's fine. I deal with it. I love him anyway. All right, so we're gonna jump right into the phone lib.
Let's do some phone libs. I'm down.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All in.
First things first, I'm gonna need 2 adjectives.
Wow.
And remember, the weirder or dirtier or disgusting or whatever, will definitely, lead to a better phone lib. So whatever but honestly, whatever you see fit.
Let's go with gnarly.
Yep.
I like that.
And sketchy.
Sketchy. That's literally 2 adjectives that I live by. What's an adverb? Not what is it, but give me one.
Slowly.
Yep, that's how I move. Give me a letter of the alphabet.
S.
F as in Frank?
S. S as in Sam.
S as in Sam.
Good job.
I'm going to need 4 nouns.
Capital,
Yep.
as in the building with an OL.
No, I already wrote it that way.
All right. Doctor,
Yep.
lawyer,
Oh my God.
politician.
All right.
Wow. Really went dirty on those.
Yeah, it went fucking real dirty, bro.
Woo.
Good job, man. My ears are burning. Give me a.
Those are all the dirtiest things.
Yeah, very
They're
true.
filthy.
Touche. Part of the body. Don't let us down.
Leg.
Don't let us down. I'm going to say it again. Part of the body.
Leg.
Oh my God.
Say
Fine.
right third leg.
Third leg.
It's just uncreative to say like.
It's uncreative to say leg.
Yeah, I'm going to say third.
All right.
I'm going to say
Jesus.
third. Listen.
Perineum.
Nope, I'm saying third leg. That's the end of it. Plural noun. I need 6 of them, and that completes what I need from you.
You know, my ex used to call me that.
Well, on what?
Third leg.
Legit. you know her, and not in a way that most dudes do.
Oh my God, inside jokes.
So,
Yeah, that's
all right,
awesome.
all right, what's the next one?
That was good. I said 6 plural nouns. My God, can't speak today.
Balls,
Yep.
socks,
Nice.
Yep.
goats,
Oh yeah.
chickens,
Yep.
cups,
Cubs.
cups, like stuff you put liquid in,
Gotcha.
Stuff you put your balls in.
Yep.
and pancakes.
Panties or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Pancakes. Love pancakes.
Wow, Lonzo's got to put out a little bit more. He really is on his rag.
Well, it's Freudian slips everywhere. So, all right, listen, he who shall not be named. We've got it sorted out. We got everything we need from you. We're gonna let you go. You're gonna have to watch the episode, listen to us bicker, and watch the results of this phone lip.
It'll be out next week.
I can't wait. I was so weak last time. I apologize to you guys. I probably got cut out of the episode or something.
No, you were in it, but we need you.
All right.
We need you ready to go. Next time as well for maybe your own section. We'll talk about it.
All right, keep doing God's work.
We're trying, bro.
No, dude. Amen.
God's plan.
God bless. God bless.
It's the future.
Allah Akbar. Peace.
Peace.
All right, beautiful.
Wow,
Here
that
you
was
go.
great. I got information about why my shit's better than yours.
He only sided with you, like I said, because he has experience with
No, it sounds like
riding
he has
motorcycles.
experience with things that make sense.
Well, that's your
You
opinion.
dipshit. All right.
That is your opinion.
Oh, here we go. All right. So let's see what kind of voice we could do for this. This is called Eat, Drink, and Be Sick.
All right, fair enough.
All right. It sounds like it should be like a 1950s commercial.
Yeah, eat, drink, and be sick. That's a news flash.
An inspector from the Department of Health and Capital Services paid a surprise visit to our gnarly school cafeteria. The lunch special prepared by our sketchy dietitian was spaghetti and Dr. Balls,
Dr. Balls.
with a choice of either lawyer salad
Yep.
or French balls.
French balls are good.
The inspector found the meat socks to be overcooked and discovered a live politician in the fries, causing him to have a third leg ache.
His third leg was aching. Wow.
In response, he threw up all over the goats.
Unbelievable.
In his report, the inspector slowly recommended the school cafeteria serve only nutritious chickens, as well as low-calorie cups, and that all the saturated pancakes be eliminated. He rated the cafeteria S-.
I've never heard S being related to, but
I would just get so irate. Here's the thing, though.
But you don't need to get irate.
He who should not be named. We need to give him a shorter name. And I was thinking about it when you kept saying it.
Right.
So he who should not be named. That's what we call him.
Yep.
What is that shortened down to just letters? He who, HW,
Yep.
should not,
SN.
BN.
BN. Yep.
So how do you say that fast?
What was it again?
Those letters.
Say it and I'll visualize it.
He should.
No. The letters.
Oh, H.
Yeah.
He. Who? So HW.
HWSNBN. HWSNBN. Hwhosinben. Sinbin. Shall not be named.
How about Sinbad?
Sinbin.
Sinbin? It's got to be something that's more of a name. Sinbin's not a name.
No.
Because it doesn't have the H at the front. He. Where's the H? Where's the H? What's HW?
Sonny. We can call him Sonny.
No, I need to give him a name based on the he who should not be named.
Sinbin.
Where's the H and the W? Is it silent?
What do you mean, H and a W? Yes, it is.
Who?
Hwhosinben. Hwhosinben.
Yeah,
it has to, it's almost Arabic, right?
It is. It's like Jewish.
No, it's Arabic.
Hwhosinben. Okay.
Like Hwhosinben, you know?
I like it.
Hwhosinben.
There it is. Done.
All right. You heard it. You know what? S actually might be a health grade, like a food grade that they give.
It definitely is.
So
I know because I used to work. I worked at a Chili's grill.
You worked at Chili's?
I was a grill cook for Chili's.
Okay, now can you drop a little bit of behind the scenes stuff?
Okay.
Do they microwave food at Chili's instead of like grill it?
No, they only microwave the sides. But I'll tell you what.
What are the sides that they used to have?
Broccoli, corn on the cob.
Okay.
Now, what they do though is in the bag that it's getting microwaved in, they put butter in with it. So like it microwaves, it melts the butter.
So it acts as if
when you plop it, almost it's like steaming almost. It's like steaming the vegetables. All the meat is grilled on the grill.
Okay.
And it's all like it's all fresh. All the chicken's fresh. All the meat is fresh. So the way the intricacies of Chili's worked is that
I love this.
You have the grill is the quarterback of the kitchen. Okay, because the grill gets the orders and has to read the orders, make sure that if there's an order like a table that has 5 different items, that the 5 items all get put in the window at the same time.
Wow.
It's a very difficult job.
Multitasking.
But when you get really good at it, there's not a better feeling than clearing of a crazy, computer. The way they used to do it too is it was all like tickets and stuff. It was nuts. But clearing that out and having everything go out on time, there's nothing better.
Nothing. You would argue that is the pinnacle of feelings.
It really is because not only that is you're quarterbacking, because I was the quarterback, a team of people that don't speak English very well.
Okay, so you're saying that a majority of the staff in the kitchen are legal immigrants.
They were. I wouldn't say legal. They were.
Wow.
They were Brazilians.
So we're tackling immigration reform.
We also hired a dishwasher. That he had a new name every time he came to work.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So
it does, yep.
He definitely was illegal. But I'd say, man, once you get the trust of those Brazilians, they'll walk through fire with you.
Yeah,
but
literally.
But for a while, they used to make fun of me because I used to yell that I need a hot cob in the window. And they thought that was really funny.
Hot cob.
And they were making fun of me for it. But then when I got good and they were on my side, the hot cob thing became like, I would say it if we were getting our asses kicked.
Gotcha. So, você fala português?
Obrigado. That's the best I could do.
Thank you. Okay, very good. Yeah. Say muito obrigado is thank you very much.
Oh.
You could say like, I'm very hungry. Tenho muito fome.
They taught me all the swear words. But I mean, those guys work. They work harder than anyone I've ever seen, dude.
I mean, most immigrants do. That's the irony, right?
Usually, all of them worked on the same landscaping crew during the day.
Oh my gosh.
And they worked from like 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m.
They're just doubling up.
And then they would come to the kitchen and they'd be there by 4 and we'd get done by 10.
Wow.
And they just worked their asses off.
What a life, man. I'll tell you,
They were so fun, though.
And that leads us into our next topic of immigration reform. No, I'm just kidding.
We should tackle it.
Man, I'll tell you. No, we're not going to tackle it.
Well, I'll tell you what. It was just like, like anything. it took a few, definitely a month, I would think, to get them on board with me being paid the most, but not being there that long.
Right.
They had only been there for like 3 or 4 years, and then now I come in.
Yeah.
And now I'm in charge.
But I mean, the quarterback is usually the franchise player, right? So they're getting, getting the bucks.
And like what I did was like, I gained their respect because I would clean up after.
Yeah.
Like where I didn't have to. I would sweep the line, or I would do.
I'm sure most people wouldn't do that either.
No, they didn't do it. Because I know other people that were quarterbacking that didn't get to do that. They didn't do that, and they hated that person.
Of course. Let me switch gears completely because I have a question.
And I need another beer.
Okay. I just have a question about kind of what's been going on in the news. Nothing political or anything like that, but something that I, even as a kid, like found fascinating, and now it's like all coming to fruition as far as like confirmation goes. So, in 2018, we had that, was it a Washington Post or a New York Times, whatever, article it was, where they confirmed, the Pentagon confirmed that the sightings were like actual UFOs, meaning like they could not identify it, and they had no, nothing that they currently, had declassified information on suggested that this was like another country, as far as like the UFO that they saw, right? It was off the coast of the Nimitz, the USS Nimitz.
Yeah.
And it was Commander Fravor who reported it. He was a U.S. Navy officer.
Yeah,
and
he was on
fighter
Rogan
pilot
and all that shit. Yeah.
Right. He was flying an F-18 at the time, right? So I just think, how crazy is it, right, that we're in a time now where I'm trying to compare it to like, in the past, right?
Yeah.
As kids, we were told we were absolutely crazy if we even thought of like UFOs as being like an actual thing. Now in 2021, we're not only told that they're a thing, but that we don't know what they are and can't account for their movements and, the speed that they hit and all this kind of crazy stuff. What are your thoughts? I'm going to go get you a beer.
Please get my beer. Here are my thoughts about that. There's always a reason why things are released to us from our government. There's always like, they wouldn't just say that based on, truth or them saying like, okay, now it's okay for us to say it, because it's not like, now that they said that it is unidentifiable, they don't know what it is, did anyone make up a big stink about it? No. So that's why they did it. They knew.
One or the one that I had? Same
one. Thank you, bud. By the way, launch beer, pale ale from Trillium, 5.7%. I know we said it earlier. Fucking my favorite beer now.
So continue.
The reason that they would release information like that is because it's not a big deal to release it. But when we were kids in the 80s and 90s, like, and early 2000s even,
right,
aliens were like such a taboo topic still. Oh, did you break something? So, cut back to our conversation. For me, for my bottom
you said
dollar,
there's always a reason why the government is going to tell us stuff. It's not because...
Listen, because it's not that big of a deal now. Because, listen, when Independence Day came out in 1994, I went to that movie 7 more times in the theaters because it was so fucking incredible,
right,
that someone finally made a movie that represents...
Would you say that it was impactful?
Oh my God, so impactful.
Yeah.
On my life.
Right.
On the lives of other...
Why was that? Why do you mean that?
What was that? I was 11 years old when that came out. Because it like felt real. It felt like it was a real alien invasion movie that felt real.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that it's because you felt the unity that was involved against an outside source?
No.
That's what I feel we need, and I know Ronald Reagan said it in a speech in the #Yawn in the 80s. You did.
I didn't though.
You did a mini yawn. We'll review the tape. It's fine. So Ronald Reagan did that back in the 80s. He had a speech where he said, I often wonder, I'm paraphrasing here, I often wonder, if it would take an outside an outside force for us to all unite. And I think now more than ever, obviously our country, and I mean, now, the world is divided. We talk about, we're not even going to touch on the Middle East and, what's going on there again. And, we're talking about racial division inside the U.S. and all this chaos. I often wonder if this is something, if that would be something that would bring everyone together in unity against an outside source.
I don't even think, here's my take on it.
But that would be if they were malicious.
Yeah,
right?
I would like to see it flipped, because they never really made a good movie about this, unless you want to talk about like Star Trek, but that's a whole other thing.
No, but what about
Arrival?
They were nice. They were just communicating.
That was so boring, that movie.
What do you mean?
I fucking hated it.
Oh, dude, you're such a dude. You're almost like the Grand Champion with like how much.
Because I love alien movies. I love alien movies, but I saw Arrival.
But you want them to be mean?
No. God,
so they were nice in
I want
Arrival.
them to help us with snow removal. That's my thing.
That's all you want them to help us with?
I want a movie, or real life even, where we meet the aliens and they're like, oh my fucking God, you guys, the snow, you throw salt on it.
So they just...
Easier job.
You want a movie where they just help us with mundane tasks in our life.
No. I want them to help us with the mundane tasks.
Right.
I also want them to help us like figure out bigger problems, like how to feed everybody, how to like not have...
So you want them to save us essentially from ourselves.
Yeah. Yep.
That you want them to be the angels that we need.
Think of the potential of the human race if there wasn't limitations on money to make things happen. There wasn't limitations on corruption to make things happen.
Have you ever thought about the fact that aliens or extraterrestrials or the UFOs might actually be us from the future? Have you thought about that?
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Like,
I mean,
in the way that I heard like Joe Rogan talk about it with like other people that he, was, I can't remember who he was speaking to, but the way that he was saying it, right? Through evolution, right? We've evolved. I mean, if you believe in evolution, which obviously we do.
Yeah.
Through evolution, you evolve and you lose traits and you adapt to your environment and you lose things that are no longer necessary, like a tail. We don't have a tail because that's not necessary, right? Mm-hmm. We start with a tail, right? In utero, right? We have a tail and then it moves up and becomes our tailbone and whatever. What I'm saying is, what if aliens are evolved humans, right? And just hear me out.
Yeah, I'm hearing
large eyes. Right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No need for sex organs.
Yeah.
And telepathic communication.
I just think it's lame.
Why?
I want them to come from somewhere else.
So it wouldn't be cool that they could travel so fast through space that they would actually be traveling back in time to meet us. That wouldn't be cool to you? Like they're evolved humans?
No, because they're like hiding.
We're talking millions of years like into the future, like humans.
No. I've heard that theory.
You just want them to be from like Zeta Reticuli.
I want them to be from like the nearest, like a not too far away. Maybe
so 10, like Alpha Centauri or something.
10 light years away or something.
That's not far enough.
20?
We can see. No.
50.
It would have to be a lot more than that. We've got,
You know what's just so bananas though is, and I was just watching something. I go in these like YouTube black holes all the time about this shit. And every time I go to
Illuminati?
No. When they back out of Earth, right?
Yeah.
And then they show the solar system.
Mm-hmm.
And they back out of that and they show like the local solar system cluster.
Beyond the Kuiper Belt.
And they back up even further and then you see like where we are in the Milky Way.
Oh, dude.
And then they back up even further and they show like Milky Way and a couple Andromeda and a couple of the galaxies.
I mean, I think that's why we need to realize that we're so insignificant, dude. We are not only are we insignificant, but all of the history of Earth, right?
Yeah.
Is less. It is like a blink of an eye compared to how long time has actually existed.
Oh yeah.
If you buy into the Big Bang, that inception of, electrons, protons and neutrons and stuff just separating and everything kind of, manifesting from that. The Earth even like is just a blink of an eye.
You know what's really funny about us though? We're so fucking we're so dumb that we look at the universe, right? and we go, well, something's got to be filling up that dark space.
Right.
Let's call it dark matter. I'm sure aliens listen to that and they go, oh my God, these fucking idiots.
What would you call it?
I would call it nothing because I don't know what it is.
So
I wouldn't give it a name.
But that's the thing. They're only, and astrophysicists will tell you this. They're not calling it that because
they do call it that.
No, listen. They're not calling it that because they think that it's dark matter. They're just saying it because it's something to be able to call it. You know, they would call it dark energy, dark matter, because that is what the majority of the universe, is made up of. It's not organic matter, you know?
Right.
So they have to call it something, you know? That's my argument.
When they try to like make models of galaxies spinning without putting this element in that is dark matter, everything spirals all over the place. So there's got to be something holding it all together, and that's what they call dark matter. It's this matter that's like we can't see it, but we can measure it. You know what? I just had a good idea about.
What? We're gonna get Nick Lambo on here on a podcast.
God.
No, listen, we're gonna put him on we're gonna have a table. We're gonna set up an iPad.
Yeah.
Look at me. We're gonna have an iPad like right here, so he's gonna be kind of like amongst us, like in the conversation, and so we have like the video component with him, and we're just gonna talk to him and just ask questions because he is a self-proclaimed flat earther. He would tell you that, you can
tear him.
No.
Apart.
That's what we're not gonna do. We're gonna allow him to speak his mind and tell us why the Earth is not an oblate spheroid, but instead flat.
We're watching the International Space Station.
That's what made me think of it.
Go around the Earth right now.
Right, but he doesn't believe that that's actual. That this is actually happening, and so I just want to hear what he's saying and give him a platform to say it, and then I want to get somebody on who has more knowledge than both of us combined about about this kind of stuff, and I want to see. I just want to see what questions can be answered or can't.
Right.
And then I want to get eventually the four of the four of us in a mutual conversation and have kind of a sorted out battle.
Dude, have you seen her art lately?
Yeah, it's good.
Bam Lanza, I think it's Bam Lanza.
Oh, you're plugging?
Yeah, why not? Plug
All right, fuck it.
Plug it. Because she's because you were thinking about bring this to a full circle.
Yep.
Cryptocurrency. You were telling me that like my wife, who's now starting to do art on Instagram,
she needs to get on NFTs, bro.
She get on NFTs
like yesterday.
And start selling some NFTs and make us some money.
Dude, I'm telling you, NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Yeah,
it's the next thing, man. It's digital art that can be identified as a 1 out of 1 rare, piece of art.
Update my friend Jesse, 107K. Mm-hmm. So it hasn't flopped that bad.
Yeah, if he didn't take off the top, he said it was at 200K. Oh, okay. Yeah, he needs to change his position right now. He needs to sell. I would prefer deli meats. I don't mind a good, but listen, dirt. There's some minerals and vitamins that you could have in there.
Before we end, what is your top of the line sandwich at a deli that you would order? Go.
I would have. It would have to be Italian bread. It would have to be a sub. It'd be Italian bread.
Yep.
I would have a light layer of mayo.
Oh my God, you're so particular.
What?
Let's keep going.
I would have a light layer of mayo. Now, does this have to be deli meat only, or does this just like any sub?
Let's go deli. Let's go deli meat. Yeah.
All right. Oh God, on the spot. That's fucking wild.
Go to sandwich.
I mean, it would be some go-to, if you don't want me to just get into all the specifics, would be some sort of turkey sandwich.
Turkey.
On like an Italian bread that is like fresh.
I'll tell you right now what mine is.
What?
Ham and cheese.
That's disgusting.
With mayo, onion, lettuce, and bacon toasted.
Nope.
Swish.
No, absolutely not. Dikembe.
Swish.
No.
Yeah, and Dikembe, just step aside. Dikembe, because my sandwich
It's not Dikembe, it's Dikembe.
Fire!
Dikembe Mutombo just came over and blocked it with his chest, dude.
Listen, Kunta Kinte.
Dude, wow, that's not racist.
Why isn't it? It's a name of a person.
And he just happens to be black.
So?
Unbelievable,
It rhymes
dude.
with the Kinte thing.
Unbelievable. What do you mean Kinte thing?
We're just rhyming Kinte. McKinte.
Jakimbe Mutombo sounds nothing like Kunta Kinte.
It sounds a little similar.
Oh, God. Wow, that's fucking savage.
Hey.
Wow.
This is savage. I'm glad we're back podcasting.
Hey, listen.
I haven't seen you in like fucking a year and a half.
It's been a year and a half. We're fully vaxxed. We're vaxxed boys, dude. We're fully vaxxed.
That's why we're doing this. We're fully vaxxed.
Yep.
And now we don't have to wear masks. We can shit in the street again.
Yep.
It's a
CDC
beautiful
said
thing.
we're good to fuck.
Jesus.
I love it.
My name is Steven Lanza Jr.
My name is Matthew Legier.
And this is
It's the Future Podcast.
Episode 71, baby.
Peace out. Love you guys.
Good God.
It's the future.